Hello, you are welcome to the channel. So in today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to make this circular pants you're watching on the screen right now. I call it a flare pants. How to cut and sew it from beginning to the end. Initially, this one that I wore is not for me. It's for a bigger size. I even use pin to hold it at the back. I just feel like, okay, let me wear it, because when I wear it for the mannequin, I don't like how it looks on the mannequin because it's not long on the mannequin. It's a little bit short. So that's why I said, okay, let me try it on myself. So this is it. This is what I sew at this side. When you are on the side, so I'll be showing you guys how I sew, how I cut and sew it. So here is the fabric I use for this tutorial. This is the fabric. This is a sample. This is a flower crepe material. So and this is my scissors, my ruler, my tape roll, and everything I'll use for this tutorial is right here. It's a very simple and something you can cut and sew within 1 hour. Something you can sew within 1 hour. All the material I use for the tutorial is 3 yards of material. Though I don't finish all the material, I don't finish it. So it's 3 yards of material. So now the first thing you need to do is to fold your fabric. Fold your fabric like this. Just put your fabric in a single flare. If you want the flare to be fuller than that, you can decide to fold it more. You understand? You can decide to fold it more than this. But now, as it is now, it's okay, because the owner does not want it to be too full. So the length I'm working with in this tutorial is the length of 39. Our pant length is 39. So this is it, 39 right here. So I'm going to mark that out. This is 39. So that is what I just mark out. So after you fold your fabric, check the length and then check the waistband. Is it up to the person waistband? What you fold, if it's not up to the person waistband, refold it again. Refold it again if it's not up to the person waistband. You refold it again. So that is what I just do. I refold it, then I measure here. I see that it's okay for the person waistband. So now the next thing I did was that I remeasured the length. I remeasured the length just to confirm, in case maybe when I fold it there's a little mix up there. Now after you are done with your length measurement, the next thing is to get your crush. And since I'll be putting band on it, I'll be putting 2 inches of band on it. So the 2 inches I'll be putting on it. That's why I don't add to the length measurement again, since I'll be putting 2 inches. So the 2 inches that are supposed to add to it, I'll be using it for the folding at the down part and the joining of the line. So now to get your crush, this is what I always do. It works perfectly for me. To get my crush, I will divide the person hip circumference, the person laps measurements rather. The person laps measurement divided by 2 minus 1. Let's say the person laps measurement is 28, because this person lap measurement now is 28. 28 divided by 2 minus 1. So I just place my tape rule from 3 from the waistline, then I mark out my 14 right here. So that is 14 minus 3. So everything I use is 11. Let me explain that again. The person laps measurement divided by 2 minus 1. That is what I use. The person last measurement -2. The 2 that I minus is for the band because I'll be putting band on it. So I have to minus that 2 inches for the band. Person last measurement -2 -1 again. The person last measurements -1. Yeah. So I just measure out the person waist measurements, a band. What is a band? Then I will add 1.5 inches to a band measurement. Anything you have, if you have 10 for a band divided by 4 because the fabric is folded into 2. So plus 1.5. You can decide to use 1.5. You can decide to use 1 inches. I'm sorry the chalk is not showing clearly, but just follow my point. Follow the procedure and you are good to go. You don't need to worry. Just measure the person lapse measurement -1. And don't forget, if you are putting band on it, don't forget to remove the band from the crush that you are making. Don't forget, please. So I already measured out the length measurement. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to start cutting it out. I will start to cut it out right now. So since it's not going to have joining, on the side, so I measure out the person lapse measurement exactly. So I just plus ½ inch for sewing allowance. That is what I just did. Just ½ inch for sewing allowance is okay. I don't add much to the measurement. So now the next thing I'm going to do now is to refold the fabric. I'm going to refold the fabric and cut the second leg. I'll cut the second leg right now. So I'll be using the one I cut earlier. I'll be using it to cut the second one as well. So let's cut it out. So this is it after cutting it. So I'll be showing you guys how I'm going to do that. So the next thing I cut now is the band. This is the band. So the band I use for by the person waist. The person band. A band is 40 and this is 4. So this 4 now, I'll be folding it into 2. I'll be folding it so this is enough for the person band. So that is that about that. Since I will not be putting pockets inside, that is that about the pants. It's very simple. So now the next thing I want to cut now is the crop top. The crop top. So let me first bring out the fabric before we start to cut. So for the crop top, top length is 19 Our top length is 19 plus 1 inches. I only had 1 inches to our top length. I only had 1 inches, and I don't add any zip allowance to the body of the top because there is no zip. I'm not going to be putting zip added. So I'm just taking out our shoulder measurements. Just taking out our shoulder measurement, and I'm using my free hand to do a armhole circumference. Then the next thing I'm going to do now is to take out our bust measurements, come to our waist, take our waist measurements. Take out our waist measurements. What is the waist measurement? What is the waist you are working with, depending on the measurements you are working with. So, and make sure that you added, because it's a free top, the top is not fitted. So I added my initial 2-inch sewing allowance, but by the time I want to sew it, I'll be sewing it with just half of an inch. I'll be sewing with half of an inch because it's a free top. So by the time I'm sewing it, I will not sew it fitted. So this is the top. Now the next thing I'm going to do now is to take our neckline measurements. So depending on the neckline, depending on the style you are working with, if you are working with the same style, depending on the person measurement anyway. So for this one, I'm using 3.5 for the wideness of the neckline, and for the depth of the neckline, I'll be using 4 inches for the front neckline. Now come here for the shoulder slope. I'll take out 1 inches for her shoulder slope. And for the back neckline, I'll be using 1 inches. So I'm going to cut it out. Then for the back, I'm going to slit the back a little bit. I'm going to slit the back with 3. You can decide to use 3.5. You can decide to use 4. You can even decide to use 5 for your back slits. So I just use 3.5 for the back slits so that it will be able to enter our head. So I'll be using bias to turn the neckline. You can decide to cut the same fabric for your interfacing for the neckline, but for this one I'll be using bias. So the next thing I want to cut now is the person's sleeve length. I'll be cutting our sleeve length right now. So I'm just trying to cut out the sleeve. Can you see that? I already posted a video of how to cut your perfect sleeve on my channel. So if you are having difficulty on how to cut your perfect sleeve, you can check on the channel and you're going to see it there. How to cut a puff sleeve, how to cut a perfect sleeve as well. So I'll be showing you guys how I'm going to sew it in my next tutorial. Thanks for watching the channel, and please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. God bless you. Do have a nice day. Bye.